Hi everyone, my name is Yusuf, and today I'll be talking about why we should get rid of the penny. To begin with, everyone tries to be smart with their money, whether it be from putting some of their money in a savings account, looking for sales or deals, or just by simply saving their pennies and loose change. No one likes to see their hard-earned money go down the drain. But if you were to look at our modern trends when it comes to pennies and spending pennies, you would see something completely different happening. The penny is a coin of little significance, whether it be because of its odd cost to make or just because of the general stigma of being unwanted. When you walk up to the store and buy something, do you sit there and count your pennies looking for enough change, or do you just pay with the bill or card? Most of us would say the latter, as they're far more used compared to coins. One of the many reasons why I believe the penny should be gotten rid of is its cost. It costs the mint 1.6 cents for every penny that they cast and mold. And even worse, it costs American taxpayers 1.5 cents to make one. And with the US Mint making 30 million pennies yearly, it seems like this coin only buries our country in burdens rather than helping us. Another significant problem with the penny are the metals of choice used while making it: copper and zinc. One penny is made up of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. You might think to yourself, what's the big deal about that? Well, that's until you realize how needed these two metals are in the modern world. Copper is one of the, if not the most important metal in the world at the moment. It's the metal that runs through all the wires in the world due to it being a great conductor of electricity. It also runs through your car, AC, heater, fridge, TV, and many other appliances. Even the device you're watching this on right now is filled to the brim with thin copper wires that are already expensive enough to make as is. When you put this into consideration with the fact that the Earth's copper mines are expected to go dry as soon as 2046, it seems to be a waste for so much copper to go to such unneeded things. Zinc seems to be an even bigger problem, with supplies expected to last only till 2032. Zinc is also an important metal, with most of its uses going to the pharmaceutical industry, as zinc is put into many medicines. With such important metals only lasting so long, does it seem worth it to keep the penny? The final reason why I believe the penny should be gotten rid of is the economic danger. When it comes to how many pennies are used, it mostly boils down to this: pennies are usually made and put into the monetary system of spending and using. But since most pennies are kept at home or thrown away, more pennies become needed by stores and other similar businesses. So more pennies are made that go into our hands when we pay for goods that will eventually lose again, strengthening the loop. This is mostly why you're able to see pennies as old as the 1940s, but the same isn't true for more useful coins. Most penny advocates have three main reasons why the coin should be kept in mint and not discarded. One argument against why the penny should be gotten rid of is its economic importance. What would happen if the penny is really gotten rid of? Would I have to pay more on other things? Would all prices go up and make me have to pay more? These fears are understandable and reasonable, as no one wants to pay more on things that are in this already expensive life. But when we look at examples on what would happen on some prices that would go up, example being $1.99 going to $2, and some would go down as $1.91 going to $1.90. I feel this is a just reasoning why the penny being gotten rid of makes sense comparing to all the negatives. Paychecks and other currencies would also adjust if the penny were to leave. Another argument of why the penny should be gotten rid of shouldn't be gotten rid of is its importance in history. The penny has been part of American history for our entire lives. Why should it be gotten rid of now? When comparing the beginning of the penny to the beginning of this country, the penny hasn't been here for that long. It was formally introduced in the modern format in 1909. But before that, several types were created and tried to be put into currency but failed. The public has rejected the penny multiple times beforehand for it being useless and being a change that was for the worst. And when it was finally put into currency, it begins to show how unneeded it really is. In our modern society, the penny just doesn't seem to fit well in our monetary system anymore, and some have decided to get rid of it. Even as recently as April 2017, senators and representatives of the House, such as Jim Kolb and Mike Enzi, have pushed for the penny's repeal. Their reasoning, nearly the same as mine. It's too expensive and is a modern nuisance. No one can call if it will be repealed or not, but one thing is for sure, the penny definitely has some hate in our country. There seems to be much less drastic ways to change the issue at hand than just get rid of the penny entirely. But when those ways are scrutinized and looked down severely, they show their flaws. One of the most agreed upon solutions is just to simply change the metal. If it costs so much to make a penny with copper and zinc, why use those? The answer is because they were the cheapest and most cost-efficient choices at the time. But with the ever-changing and growing economy, the penny's materials need to be seriously rethought upon. If the penny were to be made from the simplest of materials you could find, it would still be putting a burden on the economy. Also, if you were to make a penny out of a cheaper material, what would happen to the old ones? Would they have to be recalled and smelted to get the base materials out of the penny again? At what point do you have to think about the worth that something has in the real world versus the worth that you put to it mentally? When weighing those, I feel the penny isn't worth the strife it creates in the first place. In conclusion, I feel the penny should be gotten rid of because of its cost to make, the worth of the materials, and the dangers it creates economically. These reasons are why I feel it shouldn't be. These reasons are why I feel it should be gotten rid of, and I hope you agree with me.